Okay, before moving into factorization, what exactly is expansion? It doesn't mean that you put your algebra into bigger letters. Okay, like what you understand about expansion in science. Okay, expansion in mathematics mean differently. Alright, we have this thing called a rainbow method. That's something that I like to call it. Okay, formally it's called a distributive law. Okay, so formally we call this distributive law. Personally, I call it rainbow method. Okay, why? Because let me just put this over here. Let's look at some examples before I summarize for you what the distributive law or rainbow method says. Okay. So looking at this example, okay, practice now for textbook page 107. Okay, to expand 2 bracket x minus 7. The meaning of expand is to so-called remove the brackets, but we cannot just happily remove them. Okay, so there is a technique in terms of how to remove it. Okay, and that is being done by our distributive law or rainbow method. By our rainbow method, okay, we call it rainbow because what we're going to do is to take this 2, multiply inwards with the x, and this 2 multiply inwards with the 7. So because of the way I'm multiplying, okay, this is what I call the rainbow method. Okay, it's not that it comes out rainbow colors lah. Alright, so 2 times x minus 7, when I apply my distributive law, what I'm going to get is this 2, my rainbow reaches the x, so I'm doing 2 multiply with x, and that will give us 2x. Then, this is a positive 2 multiplying with a negative 7. So let me just write down this positive 2 over here. Earlier on we know multiplication, positive multiply with negative gives us what? Positive number multiply negative number gives us a minus, a negative. So I will have a negative, okay, and then 2 times 7 gives us 14. Alright, so it's always a multiplication. Whenever I do my rainbow, 2 times x, 2 times minus 7. Okay, so my final answer will be 2x minus 14. So in my final answer for expansion, no more brackets. Okay, that is what we mean by expanding. Understand? Okay. We do another one. Just write it here. Okay, next we have negative 5 bracket 3x minus 4y. Okay, now I forgot to also explain why is it that we're multiplying when I do my rainbow, because these brackets serve as multiplication. Okay, they serve as multiplication. Alright, because this means negative 5 times 3x minus 4y, and over here is 2 times x minus 7. Okay, so therefore, looking at this number in front of the brackets, which is a negative 5, I'm going to do my rainbow or my distributive law, multiply it with 3x, and then multiply it with the minus 4y. Okay, so negative 5 multiplying with 3x, what we will be getting is what? Alyssa, what do you think? Negative 5 multiplied by 3x. What do you think? Sorry, I can't hear you. I really can't hear you. Can you shout it out? Negative 15x, okay? So, negative 5 times 3, that will give us negative 15, and then after that we must also remember the x is the 1. So we get negative 15x. Okay? Then, we have our negative 5 multiplying with minus 4y. Okay, take note that it is minus 4y. Okay? Negative and negative us a positive. Okay, so I will have a plus sign. 5 times 4 gives us a, how much is 5 times 4? 20, right? Okay, 20, and then we have a y. So answer will be negative 15x plus 20y. Okay, next part C. Okay, part C we have 8 minus a bracket negative x plus 2z. Alright, now what is in front of the bracket? Immediately in front of the bracket is actually a negative a. Okay, there's no brackets around 8 minus a, so immediately in front of the bracket, the first thing in front is the negative a. We don't need to look at the 8 at all. Okay, so when doing our expansion, we will only be taking into consideration the minus a to your negative x, and then also your minus a into the positive 2z. Okay, now doing our expansion, our 8 maintains over here because it doesn't affect how we do our expansion. Next, we look at minus a, rainbow multiply with minus x. Minus and minus gives us a plus. A times x will simply give us ax. There's nothing else that it can give us. Okay? Then minus a multiplying with plus 2z. Okay, minus and plus will give us a minus. Okay, there is no number in front of a, so there's no need for us to multiply anything with the 2. My 2 will maintain. A will multiply with the z. I will have az over here. So my answer will be 8 plus ax minus 2az. Okay, does anyone need me to repeat this? Right? So we're only looking at the things immediately in front of the brackets to our rainbow method. Okay? So minus a times minus x, minus minus gives us plus, a times x gives us ax. Okay? I can only multiply numbers together and multiply my variables together. Okay? And then minus and plus gives us minus, a times z gives us az, and then the 2 comes down. Okay? We try another one, yeah? Okay? Another one, we have 6 minus b bracket minus 3y minus z. Okay? In front of the brackets, we have minus b. Right? And then we'll do our rainbow into my minus 3y and then also into my minus z. Okay? So similar to what I did in part C, my 6 doesn't get affected in terms of my expansion. Just like my 8, my 6 will be brought down, okay, follow through. Then after that, my minus b multiplying with my minus 3y. Minus and minus gives us a plus. Okay, there's no number with the b, so nothing to multiply for the 3. I'll just retain it as 3. Okay, b and y multiply with each other, we get by. Okay, then we look at the next rainbow, which is going to be my minus b with my minus z. Minus and minus gives us a plus. Okay, And then b times z, since there are no numbers, okay, we maintain it as bz. You understand? Okay, any questions? Alright. Okay, I'll tell you what. You're giving me a very lost expression. So I give you something now. Okay. I want us to look at exercise 4b. Question 1. I want you to try now. Okay. 1c. And then 1d, no, 1e, sorry. And then finally, I want you to try 1h. Okay, I want you to try these 3 questions. I give you 6 minutes to do it. Setting my timer. Okay, I want you to expand this now. If you're still not clear, please raise your hand. I'll come over to you. Okay, so as I walked around, okay, let me just stop my timer. Alright, some of you did ask some interesting questions and I saw how some of you actually do your note taking. Okay, I like that some of you actually really follow through in terms of how I circle, how I do my rainbow. I think at the beginner stage we should actually do that as part of note taking as well. Okay, so that when you go back home and you revise, okay, and do your homework, you remember what's being covered in class. Okay, so when you do homework, in fact, you should be referring to your notes so that you know what is the standard. Okay, I'm not asking you to do your homework out on a blank slate. Okay, so question 1C, okay, to do our rainbow method, our expansion, we take 2 multiply with 3y and multiply with 7. Okay, this 2 itself is a positive 2 because usually we don't need to write the plus 2 in front, see the plus sign in front. So upon expansion, what we will get is that this 2 multiplied with 3y, I will get 6y. And then this 2 multiplied with 7, because it's plus and plus, it gives us a plus. 2 times 7, I'll get out 14. Okay, so I hope that all of us are able to get 6y plus 14. Okay, next, okay, we have negative 8 bracket 3a minus 4b. So this is a negative 8. Doing my rainbow, okay, what did you actually get as your answer, Asher? What did you get as your answer? Negative 24a plus 32b. Okay, do we all agree with this? Anybody disagree? Okay, yes. So negative 8 times 3a, negative, and this is positive, gives us a negative. 8 times 3 gives us 24. Negative 8 times negative 4b, negative gives us positive. 8 times 4 gives us 32. Okay, so we get a 32b. So therefore our answer will be negative 24a plus 32b. Okay, next one, 1h. Let me just move this up so that I've got more space on the whiteboard. Okay, now we only take into consideration the one that is in front, okay, which is the plus 3c. In a moment I'll explain why, because I think just now Zayden was asking me. Okay, so we do our rainbow in this manner. Okay, we will take our 13 plus 3c minus y. This is a plus and this is a minus, so strictly speaking, this shouldn't be a plus anymore. It should actually be a minus. Okay, 3c times y, I will get my 3cy. Okay, plus and minus gives us a minus. 3c times 3z, 3 times 3 gives me 9, and then c times z will give me cz. So my final answer should be 13 minus 3cy minus 9cz. Okay, questions? Alright, so Zayden was asking me earlier on, why is it that I only take plus 3c, why I don't want to take 13? Okay, let's do this if we don't have algebra. Okay, so for example, what if I have 13 plus 3 minus 1 minus 3? Okay, I don't have any algebra, it's just simply my numbers itself. Okay, we learned that we need to do our brackets first all the time, right? Okay, so what I need to do is minus 1 minus 3. In this case, I can do my minus 1 minus 3 very easily because they are numbers. But then in this case, minus y minus 3z, I cannot actually do my subtraction at all since y and 3z, they are unlike terms. Okay, but regardless of the case, let me just put it as minus 4 in the end because negative 1 minus 3 just gives us negative 4. Alright, then okay, in my next step, right, we need to resolve the brackets first. We will definitely do 3 times negative 4 first. Am I right? We do 3 times negative 4. So my next step should be a 3. Positive 3 bracket minus 4 will give us a negative 12. Right? Because plus and minus gives us minus, 3 times 4 gives us 12. Okay? So in my usual numbers, I'm always taking the number and multiplying the bracket first. Okay, I don't actually take into consideration the 13. So I'll have 13 minus 12 in the end, and that gives me 1. only 1. Okay, so that's how we do our numbers. We always take this thing, multiply with the bracket. I don't take the 13 plus 3 first, then go and multiply the brackets, right? Okay, so therefore, in my algebra itself, okay, I must take into consideration the one that's directly in front of the brackets for me to do my rainbow method. You understand? Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, just do one last question. Looking at practice now 5. We want to actually expand and simplify. That's the instruction word. Okay, simplify means that we want it to be reduced to its simplest form. I'll cover that in a moment. Okay, but first we deal with the expansion. Okay, there are 2 pairs of brackets in this case. We have 6 bracket 4x plus y, as well as 2 bracket x minus y. We do it step by step, okay, separately. So what we'll do is that in my first bracket, my first pair of brackets, I have a positive 6. And doing my distributive law or my rainbow method, I will multiply with my 4x and then multiply with the y. Okay? And in this case, what I will get is that positive 6 multiplied with 4x. Okay, if you're not good with a mental calculation, please press your calculator. But 6 times 4, that gives us 24. So we have a 24x. Then 6 times of single y, positive and positive, that gives me positive, so I will get 6y. Okay, so that is from my first pair of brackets. Alright? Now in my second pair of brackets, okay, what I'm saying is a plus 2. Take note that I'm circling, I'm not putting in brackets. You cannot anyhow put brackets, it can mean different things. Okay, so it is the positive 2, I rainbow into my x and my y. Okay, that means I multiply. Okay, so my positive 2 multiply with my x, I will be getting a plus 2x. Okay, and my positive 2 with my minus y, I will get a minus 2y. Okay, so 24x and my plus 2x needs to be rearranged. So at this stage, I have already completed my expansion. Next step, I need to simplify. 24x plus 2x plus 6y minus 2y. This is where I rearrange my terms into the like terms setting. Okay. Plus 2x, that will give me 26x, plus 6y minus 2y, that gives me plus 4y. Okay, so this process is what we call simplifying. Earlier on, that is what we call expansion. So this is your expansion, this is your simplification. Okay. So simplifying means that we don't want so many x's around, we don't want so many y's all over the place. We combine it, we streamline it into single x, single y, okay, single terms itself.